Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Lanka, and I wanted to make some videos on this book. It's called System for Ophthalmic Dispensing. This book contains a lot of materials that are used for opticians and is really indispensable for studying for the ABO exam. But it's also good for reference in the clinic. So I wanted to start just by saying that it's divided into two parts. The first part is mainly concerned with how to dispense and adjust frames, how to choose frames, different frame styles, and some of the basics of opticianry. And the second portion of the textbook deals with how to prescribe glasses. So I just wanted to continue on and say if we do plan, if you're interested in studying for the optician ABO test, how do you go about passing a test such as this? It's very comprehensive. And from my experience, one of the things that really helps me is to have a plan. In order to pass a large test, you have to know a lot of material. And usually you can't do that from just one source. So I put some of these other books up as a reference that you can buy on Amazon, or maybe you can find at the shop where you work. Here we have a book on the optical formulas tutorial. This is a great book that has a lot of problems that are really geared towards understanding the mathematical portion. Just lots of problems for practice, and they also give you many samples. So for those of us who are afraid of doing the math portion, this is actually a really excellent book because it helps us to understand all the formulas that are involved in optician and optometry work. Now, there's another book over here called the Optician Training Manual. And as I was looking online at Amazon, this seemed to be one that was recommended very highly. It costs around $43. And so that might be another possibility. It probably covers most of what the system for ophthalmic dispensing covers. And then, if that's not enough, then you always have to consider some of the how you learn. And there are companies out there that produce learning systems such as note cards and sample tests that you can use. This may be service maybe a week or two before you were to take your exam so that you can have an idea of the time that it takes for you for each of the problems. Now, the ABO exam runs about 2.5 hours and is about 125 questions long. So it's important to know how fast you can do these questions so that you don't run out of time by the end of the test. So I just wanted to give you an idea of the outline of the ABO exam. These are all covered in the Brooks and Bush book that I'm going to be talking to you about. Starting with the first lesson, we have different areas of study. The first here covering the ocular anatomy with some basic structures of the eye and knowledge of the basics of the eye. Then we have some optical principles with some basic formulas such as electromagnetic spectrum and index of refraction. If we go on over, we can see also that we have to know about the lens form, sphere, cylinder, and prism, which most of us know the basics of, and how to transpose between plus and minus. Also, different lens materials, learning about what is on the market today and what we are able to prescribe to patients. Now, continuing on here, we see that we have to learn a little bit about frames, how to select frames for patients, and how to use lensometer and the hand tools for adjustments. And also a little bit about the standards of the industry and what our liability is to warn patients and our duty to tell them about certain regulations. So with that, I just want to conclude. So thank you very much.